10 years ago today, there were at least 1 million people. I know there were estimates from 750,000 to 1.5 million and anything and everything in between. It's really tough to gauge, but when you take a look at the aerials and you start, saying, well, if you can get 10,000 people in this piece of land and then start extrapolating it out over the entire course of the parade, maybe there were 1 million people. They all had a blast. That shot always cracks me up. There were people climbing the sides of buildings to get better points of view of the parade. Start to finish, the WKYC broadcast that day, I wasn't here, I was still at ESPN, but the WKYC broadcast that day, I'm told, 9 hours. The parade was the longest parade in the history of parades. And why the hell not? When you go 52 years between them, take your time and enjoy it. And that's what they did. Do you guys have memories from that parade 10 years ago? Were you there? Were you guys?
No, I decided not to go. I was where I worked at the time. I was not really, didn't have to go, and I just thought, Cleveland's not ready for this. They've never done this.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen.
And I just had a bad feeling, so I kind of stayed out of the way. I watched every inch of it.
Yeah, sure, I did too.
But
at the time, I had a regular job.
Oh no!
A whole regular corporate job.
You were punching a clock.
Oh, listen, no. The crazy part about it is our headquarters was downtown, and our CEO paid and said, everybody, we're going to pay you to go to the parade.
Wow.
Paid everybody. But I had revenue reports. So good old G. Bush, even though I was working as a part-time host in a barbershop, I had to stay behind and do revenue reports. So therefore, I don't have the greatest idea of what it was. I was emotional because I watched the game. So this is right. I went to counseling about this. This is why I got so much baggage.
Because you missed the parade?
I missed the parade. So now, now it just.
Hi, my name is G. Bush, and I'm here because I missed the parade.
It just gives me an unlimited get out of jail free card for spending wild amounts of money on all gear. Like, like there's just like, listen, for life. Like I told my new wife, I missed the parade. Please don't ask me what I spent on shoes. It is what it is. I'm scarred.
I was here in Cleveland for Game 7.
I remember watching
2 days because we did 2 days shows from here.
I remember.
And then flew back home. I had been on the road for a very long time. I was anchoring SportsCenter on the road at the time, and those road trips blend into one another. You know this. When you're sending clothes back, and you need new clothes and everything else, the road starts to get very long, and you miss home. And I was a little surprised that the parade was going to be so far. I know it takes time to plan these things. I wanted it to be within the next 2 days. I would have stayed, but at that point, I'm like, it's going to be televised. I'll watch the whole thing on TV, which I did. And but I do, looking back on it, I wish I would have been able to stay and been.
Wow!
Been able to
look at
see
the Jim Brown. Wow!
Well, the goats.
Wow!
The goats of Cleveland.
Dang!
And obviously, an interesting tidbit that I didn't know until recently, a couple years ago. The last time we won a championship, obviously, was Jim Brown in the 1964 Cleveland Browns pre-Super Bowl era. They didn't even have a parade for the Browns. Cleveland did not do a parade when the Cleveland Browns won. And it wasn't the Super Bowl then, it was the NFL championship. But so that was cool to see the two of them together whenever you can get, the goats. It would have been nice if Bob Feller had been there. But
what is it? The question is, what does it? So I'll be forecasting it. Okay, we know what we did then. Say LeBron comes back and they win. What is it? What's the difference between that parade and this parade? Like, what do you think will be the difference?
I don't think it would be as big.
I have an idea.
Do you think it would be? Do you think
it would be huge? But
it would be huge.
That was 52 years, and the cork finally came out of the bottle.
And the way they won down 3-1.
Yeah.
Against the greatest regular season team
the
ever.
Warrior. Yeah, all that played into it.
It did play into it.
I also wanted to mention that the Cavs players themselves have been celebrating the 10-year reunion of this on their own overseas on the golf trip that looks like
Get
the
together
golf
reunion
trip
golf tour
of all golf trips. We're going to show you a couple of video snippets from multiple players' Instagram stories over the last couple of days. This is when Deli and Shump arrived, and just the camaraderie, the handshakes. You play sports for these kind of moments. Gee, I know anytime you get back together with your Ohio or your Canton McKinley guys, when I see my Emerson guys, Jay, Zach, when you see your former teammates along the years, some things just don't change. This is the cordial part of the celebration, was getting these two guys in. Deli, they're joking with him, saying he's gotten taller. What they don't mention is most of those guys are barefoot. Deli has like 3-inch shoes on, which plays a role in it. You're going to see some of these next videos of them partaking in some activities that you may find yourself in on late on a Saturday night. Steve, no, let that video keep playing, Steve. Why'd you turn that video off?
Yeah, let that roll.
No, let it go. You fast forward 50 seconds. I don't want to watch this again. Go 50 seconds in.
Yeah,
Hold on, we're going to get to it.
Director
You got
McKnight.
dancing.
the garage job.
You got passing out drinks.
Bringing out
There's
the
a video
tray
at a
drinks to the
club.
green.
They're all dancing, having a great time. Taco Tuesday. I mean, Jay, you said this in the commercial break. The 20-year reunion has to be a reality TV show. Has to be a reality TV show. You got J.R. Smith getting down on the dance floor, boogieing. He took his shirt off at one point in classic J.R. Smith fashion. I mean, this is what you dream of for everyone minus LeBron, who's still in the league. Retired, living your best life. You've made life-changing amounts of money to be able to go spend time like this with your boys and celebrate the 10-year reunion of Cleveland's first championship in 52 years.
this is
LeBron's the biggest clown, by the way.
Content goldmine.
I mean,
this is
it is gold.
This is what it's about. Like when you get done playing, and you ain't got no, and the money don't matter.
Right.
You got people that you may have lost some people along the way. That's the greatest thing about sports, man, because the camaraderie. And Jay, you know this is the reason why you still be out here throwing these pitches at your tender age.
Listen,
I ain't gonna say what it
I
is.
couldn't wash my hair this morning.
Because you never, as a grown man, never at a time are you going to have that feeling of being around people and your brothers and people competing on a high level. You just don't get it back no more. It don't matter how much money you get. Don't matter how many vacations you go. Listen, past you having your children, past you getting married, this right here, you know this, all smiles, bro, because the moments you don't get back, that feeling is infectious, and that's what you miss and love most about sports.
I'm going to guess this is at LeBron's house in L.A.
I mean,
They golfed in Scotland.
I mean,
right?
that's a golf. Don't that?
It's a country club
That
somewhere,
look.
right?
This looks like.
This is all overseas. None of this is in the States. This is
Oh, none of it is.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
Okay.
he could have
Here's
it
what I
if he
think they
wanted.
did. I think what they did, if they're smart, and if they didn't, and they did this accidentally, then they stepped in it.
This is in what you're seeing right now was in Saint Tropez, France.
So what you do is which is beautiful, by the way. What you do is when year 20 rolls around, you shop this project to Netflix or Apple TV, or maybe a producer gets the idea, goes to the guys, we're going to do this again 10 years later. And your trailer for why you should watch this is the Instagram highlights from this tour. Mm-hmm. But what you say is, there's going to be no Instagramming this time. We're going to do it. It's going to take a week. The post-production of the event will take a month. And a month after we do our tour, which is getting in line to the beginning of an NBA season, you do a 4-part 20-year anniversary to the Cavs. Now, I know that we would have interest in seeing it. I know we enjoyed the Instagram content. But, Mikey, correct me if I'm wrong, the country enjoyed this Instagram content.
I did not. It's one of the few things, and I'm online way too much, admittedly.
Yeah.
One of the few things that I didn't see anyone have an issue with.
No,
and we can't get this country to agree on literally anything. Is the sky blue? No, it's actually.
But everyone loved this.
Everybody loved it.
And I heard from
even
so
LeBron
funny.
haters liked it.
They liked LeBron. I heard a lot of people say, "Oh my God, he's so much more likable in that setting." What I like about LeBron is when he's in that setting, he literally turns into an 8th grader again.
Yeah, because
and that's what most guys like. I know with my former teammates, when we get together and the stories that are discussed and the language that is used, it really is like you're back in junior high.
Yeah.
What galvanizes any team, LeBron's probably played on teams that were closer, but when you win, it cements everything forever in that moment.
I don't remember him having a Miami. Like
No, I don't think they have.
Have they
there's some
had
bad blood there, but there's some bad blood between some of those pieces too in Miami.
But this is why I'm telling you, LeBron. When you do it at at the crib, it's different. It's different. Like, you got a house in Miami. You won 2 times over there. You won 4 times. But this one just seemed like it's. I didn't see you acting like that with Bosh and D Wade and Udonis Haslam.
Or the COVID title.
Nah, where's the COVID title?
Yeah, they probably won't get together in 2031.
Where's Dennis Schroeder and JR was part of that one too. That was
that's in a weird way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was the prophecy fulfilled. Yeah. Right? He was coming back.
That's why he came home.
The whole production, and they came back and they did it.
Run it back. You know what it is. I listen.
Wait. We left the nugget on the table.
Didn't we?
Zach is
this breaking news?
The rumors around the great city of Akron are that LeBron, who's now a golf addict, is joining Firestone Country Club. Now, it means nothing. LeBron has more money than anyone that's ever been at Firestone Country Club, arguably.
Wealthy people have memberships to country clubs.
Yeah.
And oftentimes they'll go a full year and they don't play one round there.
You know, he could call up any time and say, I'm LeBron James. I would like to come out. It's approximately 6 miles from his house.
A member.
This is
according to the rumor.
The rumor.
This is what I've been trying to.
So what would that feed?
Jason, I told you I got $55 for the LeBron story. I know that's illegal. Don't get him in trouble. I said it. Now you did your part. Now here's your part, Jay. What you need to do is, you know a guy that throws tournaments. Hey, listen, holler at your guy Matt. Tell him, listen, man, we get LeBron over here. Tell him we just walk through, Firestone right down the street. You know
he could have done that anyhow.
But I'm just saying.
Forever. It is. But it is, I don't know, you can read into it or not, but it is telling. Now he is a recent golf addict. And when that bug gets you, it gets you.
Yeah.
And it's fun for me to watch him in that stage because I remember, I played most of my life, but there was a part of my adult life where it got me. It just had me. And I didn't think about going to work the next day. I just thought about my next round.
Yeah.
And he's in that stage right now, and that's a great stage to be in. I love that he's a member of Firestone. Who knows? What are we? Maybe 2 weeks away? Early July, right, Mike?
From
July 1 free agency.
July 1 is free agency. Yeah.
So, I mean,
10
not
days.
that he'll make a decision or an announcement on July 1st. When we came back to Cleveland the first time, it was July 11th when the word finally hit. The rumor was that he was going to go to Golden State.
Yep.
And now I'm hearing a lot of whispers that now he's not going anywhere.
That's what I heard.
The Lakers are going to. That's anticlimactic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I still think the story that stops the presses is him coming home.
That's it.
But it does feel like it's a little more of a long shot now than it was maybe a month ago.
I think it was always a long shot. But
I know. But you guys always felt so.
But if you make the list, Jay, like it's 4th or 5th at most.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
yeah. I think there's a list of probably 5 teams.
Yeah.
And so we'll see. We'll find out.
And they all have pluses and they all have
to G's point, we know that he is a spontaneous and an impulsive guy, and we know that he's just coming off of this unbelievable golf reunion tour. Maybe he's feeling that nostalgia, and maybe he came home and he said, you know what? Let's run it back.